Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to our Christmas / Hanukkah / Kwanzaa / solstice holiday concert. And whatever other holiday you might be celebrating this season. We've really worked hard on this program, and we're excited to share it with you. We dedicate this concert to Derek Burleson and to Dick Miller, two stalwart baritone bass members, and we miss both of them very much. They were very important parts of the choir. Yes, thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. In early 2005, viral postings, emails, and even articles started circulating claiming that Julie Andrews had sung a parody of My Favorite Things at an AARP event, receiving a long standing ovation and singing multiple encores. This turned out to be a completely fabricated story. Fake news, I guess, huh? Okay. It turns out Andrews never performed for this event, and couldn't have anyway, because by then she had unfortunately lost most of her lovely voice due to an unsuccessful operation on her vocal cords. She successfully sued the doctor for that, and the amount was undisclosed, but the rumor was that it was $20 million that she received from that. So anyway, recently, another rumor has circulated among the Bloomington community that the Meadowood singers are singing this parody on their annual holiday concert. And you are about to witness that this rumor is true.
Locks and nose drops and needles for knitting, walkers and handrails and new dental fittings, bundles of magazines tied up in string. These are a few of my favorite things. Cadillacs and cataracts and hearing aids and glasses, Polydent and Fixodent and false teeth in glasses, pacemakers, golf carts, and porches with swings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the pipes leak, when the bones creak, when the knees go bad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Tea and crumpets and corn heads for bunions, no spicy hot food or food cooked with onions, bathrobes and heat pads and hot meals they bring. These are a few of my favorite things. Back-bass, confused brains and no fear of singing, thin bones and fractures and hair that is thinning. And we won't mention our short shrunken frames when we remember our favorite things. When the joints ache, when the hips break, when the eyes grow dim, then I remember the great life I've had, and then I don't feel so
The first Noel is of Cornish origin. The melody is unusual among English folk melodies in that it consists of one musical phrase, repeated twice, followed by a refrain which is a variation on that phrase. All three phrases end on the third of the scale. In other words, do, re, mi, they end on mi. This song has been recorded by many artists, including Elvis Presley, Bob Dylan, and the Crash Test Dummies.
Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. In fields where they lay keeping their sheep, on a cold winter's night that was so deep.
A popular belief in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, holds that Meredith Willson wrote It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas about the Yarmouth's Grand Hotel. The song makes reference to a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the park being Frost Park, directly across the road from Grand Hotel. Has anybody ever been to Yarmouth? A few people. But it's also possible that the Grand Hotel Wilson mentions in the song was inspired by the historic park and hotel in his hometown of Mason City, Iowa. Has anybody been to Mason City, Iowa? A few people. Okay. Well, the park and hotel there is the last remaining hotel in the world designed by architect Frank Lloyd Wright. Yes, we're just right overlooking the Central Park. All right, here we are. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Once again. and the park of the church is the bush, the party in bed. Gossip will talk and we'll go for our walk. It's the hope of Janice and Jen. And while the dad can hardly wait for school to start again, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, there's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well. The sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart, right within your heart.
Our next number is a beautiful song inspired by the Jewish Festival of Lights. And I'd just like to read you the text. Hanukkah Shalom. Hanukkah Shalom, peace in every heart, love in every home. Let us welcome the season of Hanukkah Shalom. Season of joy, festival of light. Enter in peace on this holiday night. Season of joy will hold you in our heart. Your spirit lives on, even after you depart. Hanukkah Shalom.
Hanukkah Shalom, Hanukkah Shalom, peace in every heart, love in every home. Hanukkah Shalom, Hanukkah Shalom, let us welcome the season of Hanukkah Shalom. Season of joy, festival of light, enter in peace on this holiday night. Hanukkah Shalom, Hanukkah Shalom, peace in every heart, love in every home. Hanukkah Shalom, Hanukkah Shalom, let us welcome the season of Hanukkah Shalom. Season of joy in our heart, yours is peace in every heart, love in every home. Hanukkah Shalom, Hanukkah Shalom, let us welcome the season of Hanukkah Shalom. Let us welcome the season of Hanukkah, Hanukkah Shalom.
Thank you. Now we have a special treat. 4 of our members have gotten together and formed a quartet. And they, guess what the name of it is? The Meadowood Quartet. Yes. And I'll turn you over to David Starkey to introduce them. Oh, you got the mic there.
You guys get way up there.
Yes, sir.
Way up. Guess who's in charge?
I'd like to introduce the quartet. Soprano, Kathy Constantino. Alto, Linda Rundon. I'm David Starkey, tenor, and Paul Jameson, bass. And our accompanist is Carol Peacock. First, I'd like to start with the Coventry Carol, the 15th century carol that's so beloved. It was a part of the pageant of the Sherman and the Taylors, and actually, surprisingly, is not a Christmas carol at all. It is a part of the Feast of the Holy Innocents, celebrated on December the 28th, commemorating the massacre of the young children of Bethlehem, ordered by King Herod.
That's interesting.
It's kind of sad. Way up, way up. You go, no, get over there. Okay. The Christmas carol, The Holly and the Ivy. This English carol was first published in 1710. The twining habit of ivy was supposed to remind the faithful to rely on God.
The holly and the ivy, when they're all full, all the trees that are in the holly bears, the holly bears, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the prairie organs singing in the choir. holly bears a berry as red as any cloud, and Mary bore sweet Jesus Christ to do for sinners good. Oh, the rising of the sun and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry organ, sweet singing in the choir.
Trees that are in the wood,
The holly bears the crown.
Our last piece is called Phoom, 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 is a traditional Catalan Christmas carol. And in Catalan, Phoom means smoke, as rising out of a chimney seen from afar. It also has another connotation of a drum or playing a guitar or even a violin, perhaps as you're traveling along. So Phoom, 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 this particular arrangement was by Alice Parker and the great Robert Shaw.
On December 5 and 20, Phoom, Phoom, Phoom. On December 5 and 20, Phoom, Phoom, Phoom. Oh, upon this there's a rosy way, a rosy light. Phoom, Phoom, in a stable mean and lonely. Phoom, Phoom, Phoom. On December 5 and 20, Phoom, Phoom, Phoom. On December 5 and 20, Phoom, Phoom, Phoom. But the most important day, let us be gay, let us be gay.
We go Phoom to church and Phoom, have the sweetest fun and candy.
Phoom, 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 Phoom. God will send us days of feasting. Phoom, 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 Phoom. Both hot months and in cold, for young and old, for young and old. Phoom, Phoom, ever singing of His glory. Phoom, Phoom, Phoom.
That was great. All right. By the way, if you're have ever sung in the past in a church choir, or even if you haven't sung a whole lot and just want to get some experience singing in your golden years, come join us. We only require 5 arias for an audition. One in Russian, one in Hebrew, and one, the other ones could be in your choice: French, German, Italian, or
Nairobi.
Or Nairobi. Yes. No, there's no audition whatsoever. Just come and enjoy singing, and we'd love to have you. All right, so let's move on here. Our next number is O Come, O Come, Emmanuel. Although the style of this melody is inspired by plain chant of the 12th century, the Latin text of this number is first documented in Germany in 1710, whereas the tune most familiar in the English-speaking world has its origins in 15th century France. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch is a Christmas song that was originally written and composed for the 1966 cartoon special. The lyrics were written by Dr. Seuss. The music was composed by Albert Haig, and the song in the show was performed by Thurl Ravenscroft. The song's lyrics describe the Grinch as being unpleasant, foul-smelling, bad-mannered, despicable, and diabolical, using increasingly creative put-downs, metaphors, similes, and offhand comments. Because Ravenscroft was not credited in the closing credits of the special, it is often mistakenly attributed to Boris Karloff, who served as narrator and the voice of the Grinch in the special, but who himself actually could not sing. Until Ravenscroft was publicly credited, Tennessee Ernie Ford was also speculated to be the voice behind the song. Here we are. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39 and 1/2 foot pole. You're a fall one, Mr. Grinch. You're a nasty, wasty snow. Your heart is full of unwashed socks. Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch.
The three words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote:
Stink, stank, skunk. You nauseate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nose. You're a crooked jerky jockey and you drive a crooked horse, Mr. Grinch.
You're a three-decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich.
With arsenic sauce.
Thank you. Let's see. Is Ramona here yet? I don't think she is. So I had 3 of my students that were supposed to perform tonight. One got sick. The other one, because of the snow day, they moved 3 finals till tomorrow. So we had to stay home and study. And the third one, Shimona, is supposed to be on her way here. She had a band concert which started at 6. So when she gets here, we can have her play her song. But for right now, let's move along. Our next piece, let's see here, Hinamatov. It's a Jewish hymn, traditionally sung at Shabbat feasts. Its lyrics are from the first verse of Psalm 133. which is translated as "How good and how pleasant it is that brothers dwell together." Hinumatov continues to be a popular hymn for several Israeli folk dances and is a common song sung by school children and Jewish and Israeli scouting troops. It has been recorded by artists as diverse as Joshua Aaron, Theodor Beichel, the Weavers, Dalida, Mayer Finkelstein, Ishtar, and several others. Harry Belafonte recorded a version on a 1960 album. Harry Belafonte returns to Carnegie Hall. And then the Miami Boys Choir recorded a version in 1999, and it became known for its use in flash mobs worldwide. Very strange. You never know what you're going to find on the internet about these things.
The Meadowood flag.
Okay, so we have a very nice arrangement of it. Hinumatov for you tonight. All right, Ramona is here. She's coming directly from a band concert. She plays flute in the band. We'll allow her to just kind of settle in for a little bit. And let's see. You want to just go ahead and do Gloria, or should we do the Edelweiss?
Let's do a sing-along. A sing-along.
You want to do the sing-alongs now? Okay, we can do the sing-alongs. Sure. Okay. Why don't we sing one verse of Joy to the World?
And remind them they're to sing.
Yes. Everybody can sing here. Probably everyone knows the first verse. on. Great. I think there's some Meadowood singers out there. All right. How about we do a verse of Angels We Have Heard on High? Two verses of Silent Night.
There you go.
What should we do?
Her. You should have her play.
You ready, Shimona? She says, oh, sure. Okay. All right. This is my student, Shimona. She's actually been with me for how many years now?
Oh, good question.
4 or 5 years, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe longer, yeah.
Six or seven.
Since she was 6 or 7. And she's, let's read her bio here. What does it say?
Oh my goodness.
She plays flute in 3 school bands, concert band, jazz band, rock band, and piano as a hobby. In her spare time, guess what? She enjoys playing video games. It's very unusual for someone of her generation. Anyway, she's a very fine pianist, and she'd like to play a very famous Release by Beethoven for you, and I'm going to move your attention. She just turned 13. She has a very smooth touch at the piano. All right, so okay, we'll do. We have two more numbers, and I'll go ahead and play mine next. This next piece is called the Edelweiss Glide Waltz. Dick Schutte, in the bass section there, gave me the music of this. I'd never even heard of the piece, but he gave me the music of it a couple years ago, and I finally got around to learning it, and I'd like to play it for you tonight. It's called the Edelweiss Glide Waltz. You think, oh, Edelweiss, it has something to do with the sound of music, but no. It was actually published in 1882, long before. I don't even know if Rodgers and Hammerstein were even born then. Maybe they were. All right, so this is the Edelweiss Glide Waltz. How many have heard that piece before? How many people? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Is that going? Yeah, yeah. How many people have heard that piece before? Anybody? Yeah, okay. Where did you hear it? Yeah.
Unfair question.
Yeah, I think I did it's not a lot of information on it on the internet. It's just kind of, but there's a few people playing it.
Almost 140 years ago.
Yeah, it's gotten old. But it's a couple things on YouTube saying, oh, my grandmother used to play that back in 1940 something or whatever. So
That was my mother.
and Dick's mother used to play it. So anyway, it's a fun piece. So we'd like to finish out with a piece also kind of off the beaten track. And I discovered it when a lot of times Chuck and I will be down organizing and refiling all the music down in the Meadowood library. And I discovered this piece. Somehow we'd never run across it. It's called Gloria, Gloria. And again, there's hardly any information on the internet about it, except you can order it from several sheet music companies. But it's a really beautiful piece. And somehow we had never done it, and I'd never even seen it down there. So we'd like to perform it for you tonight. Gloria, Gloria. Oh, it's by
Natalie Reeves.
yes,
Natalie Reed.
Natalie Reeves. Yes. That's our program for tonight. And remember, we really enjoy singing together, and we've got a pretty good group there, but we could use 2 or 3 voices in every section. So if you want to sing, please come, try us out.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
get good pay.
Yeah, there's all kinds of benefits. Free health insurance, all kinds of stuff, yeah. All right. Have a good evening. Thanks for coming to our concert. Bye-bye.